Mental health. When you think of these words, what comes to mind? Maybe you think of anxiety, ADHD, or depression. Basically, all these words that carry such negative stereotypes. In our society, mental health is often stigmatized and used as a sign of weakness or struggle. But can we afford to add such negative undercurrents to such a prevalent issue in our society? According to the American Psychiatric Association, one third of teens between the ages of 13 and 21 experience feelings of anxiety or depression. And it is shown that when these mental illnesses are left untreated, serious consequences arise. For example, people with mental illnesses have a 6% chance of turning to alcohol use as a way to cope, with 2% having an illicit drug use disorder. So, is there any doubt why people struggling with mental health issues are considered flawed and lacking? But what if I told you that mental health could be your greatest superpower? I used to believe that my own anxiety was an obstacle to overcome, something that I need to hide from others. Back then, I was deeply involved with a mental health committee, working to break down stigma, and even then, I still hesitated to be fully open about my own experiences, as it felt like acknowledging them meant I was admitting defeat, as though they were a burden I had to carry silently. But then, during one of our board meetings, something had clicked. We were talking about how facing adversity has the ability to shape us. And one important point that was addressed was how our own struggles allow us to become more acutely aware of ourselves as well as those around us. And in that moment, I learned that my anxiety was not my greatest defect, but a powerful tool in which I could use and harness to my benefit as well as the benefit of those around me. So, you might be asking, why is mental health a superpower? So, first we have to start with defining what a superpower is. The first things that might come to your mind it may be Batman performing inexplicable physical feats, like saving people from the top of burning buildings. But outside the sphere of Hollywood, to the average person, a superpower is about self awareness, empathy, and transformation. Our mental health, particularly when we are facing challenges, gives us unique insight into human experience. For example, with mental health struggles, we learn self awareness. So when we are forced to confront our mental health, we are able to develop an acute awareness of who we are as people, such as our feelings, our strengths, and even our triggers. This awareness isn't something everybody has. It's kind of like having a heightened sense of your own internal world. And when you learn to understand yourself deeply, you can better navigate your external world. Nothing illustrates this better from when I first started Bollywood dancing. Originally, performing in front of an audience of 500 people was probably my worst nightmare. But there was no doubt that I enjoyed dancing, and so through the years, I learned to channel my anxiety to make me a better performer. I would use that nervous energy as a way to practice more and perfect my routines. Self awareness is a foundational trait for strong leadership, creativity, and relationships. In terms of empathy, mental health also has the ability to foster that. And so people who have struggled with mental health often have the ability to develop such an incredible capacity of empathy. And so why is this? It's because we all have been there. We all know what it feels like to feel out of control or overwhelmed. And so this empathy allows us to connect with others on a level that's profound and meaningful, and use it as an example to others. For an example, when I was a dance coach for a youth group, one of the younger girls was assigned to perform a very difficult routine solo. She felt overwhelmed and unfit for the task, allowing her anxiety to become the fuel to doubt her own capacities. And seeing her anxious reminded me of my first time being given a dance solo. And so instead of allowing her to back out, I urged her to channel this anxiety as motivation to put her full effort into learning the routine and perfecting it. I also tried to motivate her with this idea that she was chosen for this reason specifically because she was a good dancer. And so, with this newfound determination, she practiced each step precisely. And by the time of the recital, she connected the routine with beautiful and fluid motions that earned her a standing ovation in the end. So this is just a small scale example of how we can use our mental health experiences to help others. So imagine what we could do on a larger scale. Mental health also has the ability to teach us resilience. It shows us that our setbacks are not the end of the road. And so every time we face a challenge related to anxiety, depression, or some other obstacle, we learn to find a way through. In doing this, we learn to strengthen our ability to adapt, to cope, and to grow as well. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's also about bouncing forward with newfound knowledge and strength. And through my 10 years of dance, my anxiety has propelled me not only to become a confident performer, but also use it in my choreographing routines for myself as well as my dance troops. And also, if we look around us, the world is full of famous personalities who did not let their mental challenges hold them back from making a difference in the world. For example, Winston Churchill, who is known for famously struggling with depression, was also able to rally the British people and lead them through the brink of defeat to victory in World War II. Lady Gaga has also been candid about her battle with depression. However, she used her fame to start her foundation, Born This Way, to promote mental health awareness. Similarly, other famous personalities such as Michael Phelps, Emma Stone, Katy Perry, and Demi Lovato are also celebrities who have opened up about their struggles with mental health as a way to build tolerance and awareness. And one important trend to note about these people is that they weren't successful despite their mental health. They're successful because they embraced the depth of human emotion their mental health afforded them. So, we need to change the way we view mental health. Instead of thinking of it as a hindrance, we must see it as a source of power. Yes, I know, mental health struggles are real and they can be incredibly tough to get through. But these struggles lie in strengths that others may not see. The ability to empathize, to be resilient, and to understand the complexities of human emotion, these are invaluable skills that we learn. Today, I encourage all of you to stop seeing your mental health as an obstacle. Start viewing it as a superpower that makes you uniquely you. You have the power to connect, to inspire, and to innovate in ways in which others cannot. Embrace it, harness it, and use it to make the world a better place. Because mental health isn't just a challenge, it's an opportunity. And as society, we can change the conversations around mental health. If we can shift from a narrative of weakness to one of strength, we can create a world where mental health is seen not as a limitation, but as a source of power. And that, my friends, is a true superpower. Thank you.